Keep Trekking is not just a channel, it's an adventure. So get your boots on and come with us. It's worth the journey. Experience your local landscape. Breathe the air this ancient land has to give us. So let's go.
Good morning and welcome to Keep Trekking. Sound's going to be a bit dodgy today because I've not got my microphone. I've just come out on a whim. I'm in Sheffield. A place called Wincobank. Come to see an old hill fort if I ever find it. I'm not looking for it yet. But these, just found these and these are fantastic. Absolutely amazing. I'll show you. I'll spin camera around and show you. These are absolutely amazing. I don't know if you can see what it says on it. I'll see if I can read a bit out for you. Air raid night. You can see the night visitors of Sheffield. Past streets deserted like flaming plains of hell. The city dressed for battle. Slow moving barrage balloons drift across the misty sky. Solitary remains of buildings like fingers pointing in the midnight gloom. Bullets like 1,000 fireworks flickering in the moonlight. The muffled explosions of distant bombs sound outside the metal. Shelter fearful families huddled together, scared, frightened, frustrated, waiting for the friendly wail of the all clear. Siren anxiously scrambling out of the shelter, opening their eyes, don't see a burning pile of rubble. That is absolutely fantastic. You can see what it says. It says Bryn Wainwright, age 9 in 2010. But there's all different ones. There's these little ones as well. I'll let you pause the video and read that. They're absolutely amazing. They're fantastic. Right, let's go and try and find this hill fort I've come to see. That was just an extra special, that was. We're quite high up here in Sheffield at the moment, in Wincobank. I keep wanting to call it something else, but I'll not be rude. As you can imagine. Let's go and find this hill fort. Come on. Matron. Apparently, from this hill fort, I don't know which way I'm going, if I'm going up there or straight on, gives you one of the best views of Sheffield around these parts. We are quite high up. I'm sorry if the sound's not going to be brilliant because, like I say, I've just come out on a whim, so I'm hand holding my phone, my camera today. I don't think I'm going that way. I think it's straight on. I'm going to check my map in a minute, but just trying to not get my fingers in the way. I'll use that hand. You can see the houses at the bottom there. I don't know if the whole area is called Wincobank or just this section. I couldn't tell you. I don't know much about Sheffield, but if anybody knows if it is actually called Wincobank, the whole area, please drop us a comment. That'd be much appreciated. I've been wanting to come here for a long time. Today I've got the opportunity to do that, so I hope it's worth it. Little bit of snow still clinging on. Oh, it didn't half cover this place. I don't know about the rest of the country, but I know South Yorkshire really got it bad just after New Year. Who can't wait for at least to be back on them trees? Not much point in having a board, information board with no information on it. Well, there is one bit of information in it, I suppose. Oh well. Right, we're not far off it now, we're just a little bit further up this path, I believe. Hopefully there's supposed to be a board that will tell us more information about the hill fort when we get there. It's not a bad wee walk. Just hope there's some remains or something left. Don't think there'll be much left apart from mounds of earth, but what do you expect? Nice. Wow, weren't lying about them views. See Sheffield Arena. Let me just zoom in for you a wee bit. Sheffield Arena. Oh, I think that's, I'm not sure what that, if it's Forge Masters at bottom. Wow, we can definitely see some amazing views of Sheffield, this part of Sheffield anyway. Come up here, that is one hell of a view. Look at that cloud there, look at sun coming through. Wow. Amazing views. And then you just get one fella down here that's just decided to have a nap. Right, where that fella's going down over there, you can see it sort of curves round, it's raised up, part of the old ramparts. I'm going to see, I'm actually inside the fort at the moment, so I'm going to have a look round and I'm going to see, taking you guys with me, I'm going to see if I can see anything more than just one bit of a rampart. There's ditches everywhere. I'm trying to not get my fingers on this, so you can see there's a lot of structure. That's the only problem when you come to an hill fort. Apparently it was built around 500 BC, so it is prehistoric. So there ain't going to be a great deal left, is there, to be fair. Earthworks is what I'm looking for. There's a lot of mounds and things that look like earthworks. Don't know what that concrete structure is. I know there's an old gun emplacement up here somewhere as well, so I'm going to have a look for that. The Second World War. Being so high up, you can expect there would have been something like that. I'm actually in the hill fort at the moment, but I can't really see much. You'd expect this time of year, with no leaves on trees or much grass, to be honest, there'd be more signs. Maybe I've missed something. I'm going to go back up that way shortly anyway. I'm going to look for this gun emplacement, unless that's it. And find out what else there's around here. We're sort of dropping down now, so you should imagine we might be out of the hill fort. But I'm going to sort of spin back round, leave my hand out, and go back up the other way, if there's another way. Or back up there and then sort of go across to see, but I just look for this gun emplacement and more views. It's amazing views of Sheffield, which I'll spin you around and show you shortly. You don't want to keep looking at me all the time. This place is called Sunset and City Viewpoint. You got a bench. I can see. So unfortunately, them trees in Wales could have had a really good panoramic view. I can't say that, of the city itself. Just let me zoom in for you. But you certainly get a good view of the city from here. Probably city centre's over in the distance there, but I'm not sure if that big building in distance is Allenshire Hospital. I could be completely wrong, but it looks big enough for it, to be fair.
and zoom across the city, but unfortunately, unless I can get a bit further down, I don't think I can. The trees are in the road. Zoom back out. No, other way. But yeah,
just a shame. I don't think I'm going to get much more view of the city than I have done from here, unless I go a bit further down, but then I'm going to be lower. Unfortunately, there's a path that takes me back across the other direction, so I'm going to go back that way and I may be able to get a better view. These trees are in the way, unfortunately. As everybody knows, Sheffield's a massive city. It's 7 hills. I think they said it's built on 7 hills. So you've got some amazing views of the city from up above, which you don't get in places like Leeds or Manchester, places like that, because it's pretty much on a plateau. But that's their problem, isn't it? Not ours. We get don't matter where we go, we can go get fantastic views of Barnsley, obviously. Not so much Doncaster, because Doncaster's on a bit of a plateau. Oh, I'm waffling again, aren't I? Let's get down here and see what I can see when I get to the bottom.
you've got to watch your footing coming down here, because this is proper sketchy. Imagine last week, if you were brave enough to come up here in all that snow, you'd really have to watch your footing, because this is proper sketchy. Right, it looks like I'm coming up to my path, which is going to take me to my right hand side in a minute. It doesn't feel like I'm in a city actually, because you've got all this beautiful woods and scenery, and then you're actually in the heart of a city, really, to be fair. That's the outdoor city run routes. Fairly does. All different paths to go to. Go that way if I really wanted, but I'm not going to do. I'm going to go the same way as these and go that way. But I can't see out at city from down here. Go this way.
So the old fort was originally thought to have been built by the Romans, but archaeologists have discovered, or a theory of, that it was built by the Celtic Brigantes tribe, which was all around this area. They reckon that they built a line of hill forts across the area, across this part of South Yorkshire, to try and stop the Romans from going north, or further north, into their territories. Didn't work, did it? Obviously, because the Romans went all the way up, right up into Scotland, but they didn't last up there very long either, did they? But yeah, it's I'd like to see something, if I can. Not been wanting to come here for ages, so I want to see some earthworks or something. But yeah, that's what they basically believe. The hill was first recorded in 1442 as Wincome, W-I-N-C-O-M-E, which comes from the old Anglo-Saxon word Winnica and the old Norse word Huga, which means hill. So Winnica Hill, Winnicahuna, something like that anyway. I can't speak Anglo-Saxon or Norse. But it basically means Wincobank Hill, doesn't it? Still looking for some remains or some sign of fortification. All I can see is woods. It's like somebody's built a bivvy in these woods. These city folk coming out for a bit of urban adventure, eh? Can't fault them though. These woods are beautiful. I didn't realise they were as big as this, but they are quite big. Like I was saying earlier, you can't believe that you're actually in a city. It's just amazing. But the trees look so strange without the leaves on. Really do. Excuse me. We're getting back up towards the Ilford site now, so hopefully we'll be able to see more. Now, according to my map, I'm right on the edge of the Ilford, and I'm wondering, that big mound in front of me there is actually part of the old ramparts. Get further up so you can see it better. This bit of hill in front of me, camera never does it justice. Might be able to see it better there, look, as it slopes up. It's part of the old ramparts. Maybe. I'm going at the top of there in a minute. I'm going to walk on this path and then walk round it, so it may become clear. I'm definitely wondering if that's part of the old ramparts for the... I know I'm repeating myself. My partner keeps saying I do it all the time. Can't help it. But yeah, definitely. I'm definitely thinking that's part of the old ramparts. According to the map, I'm right on the edge. So definitely. I'm going to get up there in a minute. I'm just going to follow this path and see where it takes me first. Aye. Something to see. This is lower ground. And obviously higher ground. And then you see it better there, that definitely looks like a rampartish type of hill, if that makes sense to anybody. There we go. I'm not an historian, so I don't always use the correct terminology. Nice. It's a proper path. Uphill, but not as sketchy. Definitely think that's part of the old ramparts though. We're climbing up, we're back into the fort. It says there was a plaque that told you more about the hill fort and things at the top, but I'm wondering if it's that notice board that didn't have out on it. Not very informative, I suppose, that, but it's what Google's for, isn't it? Not a bad path up, and put some wee steps in as well. Hopefully I'll be able to show you some more panoramic views, if I said that correctly, of the city of Sheffield when I get to the top. Random. Proper random. At least they've left me a bench. I don't need to sit down just yet. I need to see more about this hill fort. So I've come far, and there's no on that notice board. Complete waste of time, that. Let's go and have a look back this way. For sure, for sure. You can see where that's raised up. I'm going to walk on that in a minute. From this lower ground in the middle, spin round. This side's exactly the same, so that would have gone straight across and followed that. So I'm going to walk on it and see if I can walk all the way around the ramparts. Come with us. definitely on a elevated maybe. Oh, you can tell for sure now. The camera never does it justice, but see how that's lower, see how that's higher there, look, and down at bottom, look. I'm going to walk around these ramparts. Ah, finally found something. Might be able to get some decent views of the city again. So all that there would have been inside the old fort. 500 BC. Wow. Well, at least I've seen something, I'll admit. Not a lot, just a little, not a lot. Now, what did I expect to see? To be fair, it's like a few thousand year old. They're definitely walking on the ramparts. I know I keep repeating myself, but I'm just excited. I've got something to see. The camera never does it justice. But if I spin the camera around that way, zoom in for you. You've got Meadowhall there at bottom, M1 motorway with Tinsley Viaduct, and then you're looking across into Rotherham then. And then obviously looking that direction, going down into Derbyshire. Because Sheffield is literally on the border. Part of Sheffield, I believe, is in Derbyshire. Like Dronfield and some other places I can't think of. Yep, so as I'm up here now, and as I go down to the bottom like that, you can see there's another defensive ditch. So it was a double defensive ditch. You got this big rampart, then you got the ditch at the bottom where the trees are, down there, and then it's raised up again there. So it's a double defensive one. It was quite a big hill fort as well, apparently, and they say that it was the only urban, is that the word, urban hill fort in Europe. So that's something else Sheffield can claim to fame for, I suppose. You Sheffielders can claim that, can't you? If you want to, that is. So I'm at the bottom now, so obviously being ditched out for some reason. So you can see that that's raised on that side, and I've just come down that banking, so you can see the height of it. I'm just going to go back up once this lady's passed with a dog. I'm going to go back up and show you, and hopefully get some more fantastic views of your city of Sheffield. Oh, that's the one you show, Sheffield. Thank you.
Yep.
So back up I go. Oh. Wow, it's not a bad day, to be honest. This is where that chat was laid earlier. So if I zoom back across, zoom in for you. You've got IKEA. There, love. Love, I keep calling you love. I'm talking to my bloody phone. You've got IKEA look, what I meant to say. Then you've got, zoom back round, as I said earlier. It's a bit misty now. Yeah, cracking view of Sheffield. This is where that fellow was laid earlier, having his snooze. It looks like the rampart sort of comes to an end. Well, it doesn't actually, but the path does. Sort of peters off here. You can still see it's pretty high. Not high, but so all this would have been inside. Deal for it. So at least I've seen something today. So, apart from all my waffling, I'm talking usual rubbish that I do. This is the north part, well, west part of Sheffield, to be fair. It goes in towards Rotherham, so you're right on the back end. The other way is north, my sort of direction towards Barnsley. But yeah, you've got like Meadowhall, like I said, down bottom. You've got IKEA, a load of other factories, steelworks. railway, M1. So quite an industrial part of Sheffield this. Now it's like it used to be. Looking over to them far hills over there. They've tried to eradicate history, but that area used to be called, what do they call it? So you're looking over there, you've got Tinsley, you've got, is it Handsworth? I think it's called Treaton over that direction. Like I was saying, those hills over there, the place is now called Waverley. Completely changed the name of the place as well. Back in 1984, there was a battle. 1984, yeah. Not swords and stuff, but it was with batons and bricks. That used to be the site of Orgreave Colliery. Gonna do a video on that one day. Gonna go over there and do a video on that. I don't want to touch people's bones. It's a very tricky subject, I think, that one. The miners' strikes of 84, where the police and a lot of miners ended up having a little dispute, let's say. They ended up calling it the Battle of Orgreave. Now you would never know that there used to be a pit over there. Talk about eradicating history. Now called Waverley, used to be called Orgreave. Check it out on YouTube and Facebook. Not Facebook, YouTube and Google. 1984 Orgreave. Disgusting. Have a 2-minute sit down on this bench before I walk back. Don't think there's much else to see up here. But have a sit down on this bench and then walk back to my car. I've propped my phone up with my car keys. I've got no gimbal out with me today. Oh, what do you think to this fort then? Well, quite interesting. I could see where the outline of the fort were. Like I said, I walked on the ramparts. There's not a great else to see, to be honest, but I'm glad I've come. I've wanted to come here for a long time. So yeah, I'm glad I've come up today. It's not a million miles away from my partner's, so yeah, she's doing something else at the moment, so I've had a nip out. I can't believe how warm it is today. It's quite warm, it really is. To say last week it was like sub-zero temperatures, and then this week completely opposite. It's like two different worlds. It really is. I've enjoyed it. It's been alright, to be honest. It's just nice to get out. So, to leave Wincobank Hill, the hill fort behind, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, share the videos on all social media sites, please. That'd be much appreciated. Whap that subscribe button if you like this content. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. J-Art, keep trekking, trek on. Till next time, ta-da. What a busy road this. See you again.